Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into Married at First Sight. I'm so excited. Let's go. So, honey, this is the calm before the storm, and a lot of you have let me know that I was right. When they get ready to move in, he's going to really show up. The representative is going to be out of the door. But they're talking about kids. I think he said it's going to be a girl or something like that. And then she's like, what is it going to be like? Because it's not going to be this smooth sailing forever. We're going to get together and there's going to be some rocky roads, and I'm just ready to get there and deal with it. She's like, I hope that we can be like this forever, but they are in paradise. They are getting to know each other. Let's keep going. So Thomas and Camille are going salsa dancing, right? He said that he needs to be a little bit more assertive and he wants to impress his wife. So he set this up. He's not a dancer, but he's doing things to take the lead. Now, at this point, this is the problem with a lot of relationships, not on TV, but just joining new relationships. You are going to have to throw out what you knew in order for it to work, because he's not what she's used to. And if she holds on to that, it's not going to work. Because this right here, this is my saving grace for this season. I don't know what's to come for this relationship right here, but I am so excited to see what's to come. I forgot to say something in my last post. Child, he done went to the gym working out with Madison. He told Madison that he got his ex-girlfriend's name tattooed on his chest. He hadn't even told her. So when he gets in the room to tell her, she was like, why would you do that? Michelle is already annoyed whenever he breathes out, okay? Not in, but out. So the fact that he has done this and told her, she feels like that's the dumbest thing in the world. Now we're here, and Michelle is trying to talk herself through this. This man has not done anything to me but be nice. And baby, let me tell you something. His blonde hair and blue-eyed queen is not doing what he thought she was going to do, because she cannot with him. Right? So he's trying to be calm on the surface. She's trying not to allow her annoyance of him take over and stay in her head. So they end up doing some kind of little activity on the water. He falls in the water. It's fun. They smile. So this is the best time they've had since they sat down and she found out that he smoked and lived in the basement. Now, I am with Karla and Juan, right? I love Karla. I do. Juan got exactly what he wanted. He wanted somebody that can dance the night away. But y'all gonna have to deal with other things than dancing, because there's other more important things than energy of money and dancing the night away. So they sit down. He tells her that he spent the morning with David. And he said, you know what? I didn't really think about you. That really hurt her feelings. Y'all are newlyweds. She's all you should be thinking about. And for you to spend those moments with him, that kind of got off with her. Her feelings were hurt. And then he's sitting here talking about you shouldn't take life too serious. The littlest things can break up a marriage. Well, sir, you on your honeymoon with your new wife and you said you did not even think about her. Then when she gets to get in her bag with her energy about this almighty dollar, then you're going to feel a certain way because she don't care about no money. It's all energy. I can feel it in my spirit. I can't wait till this marriage is consummated. It's coming. It's on the way. He wearing his special underwear. She's talking about the lingerie has to make an appearance. It smiles and giggles. It's on the way. So this is Alan and Madison. He has set up something in the woods to get their chakras together, sound bowls and stuff that Karla would do for them, right? But what the lady picked up on is that they're disconnected. So they're here touching each other's hearts, trying to make a connection. And other than the kiss at the wedding, I think this may be maybe the second time they physically touched each other. So much so that after this little ritual that they were doing, the lady took their hands and put them together. Like, she told him, you could touch the small of my back, you can put you can touch me in those types of ways. But the thing is, she just doesn't see it for him because he's not what she's used to. And that is why y'all are matched, because what you're used to hasn't worked. That's what all these ladies need to realize. And that's what all these guys need to realize. The experts, now they don't get it right all the time, believe me, because that's why I stopped watching. But sometimes they do get it right. Although Michelle is very annoyed with him, I get it. And if you're a Virgo, you're going to get it too. One thing about me, all you got to do is say it to me one time. If it's interesting, I'm going to hold on to it. If it's not, it's going to go out the other ear. And when I don't respond to you, I'm done. He said 3 times how he don't like the food that's not cooked. I'm a gotta be cooked kind of guy. So then when she says, why don't you try it? Ooh, I'm a tempura, I'm a California. Just roll the sushi, okay? Roll the sushi. Then they go sit down and they have a conversation, which is great. This is the first conversation they've had since they've been together. Right? He's talking about her family. She lives in a rural part of Illinois. She doesn't desire to go back, which is saying, I'm not going to go live with my family and my parents. And then we get over here with Karla and Juan, and they're supposed to have a photo shoot underwater. Karla is still upset about him saying he forgot about her, right? But doing this activity, she was not feeling it. He talked her through it. You know, he was concerned and he checked in with her and it eased her out and she was able to float under the water and they were able to take some beautiful pictures. But he does need to realize that he hurt her feelings. Although I didn't hear him apologize, he needs to apologize. These two. What's her name? Eminem? MM? She's a boss, right? But what do you think about her? I feel like she's excited, but it's something about her. I don't know what it is, but he is definitely talking about his feelings and he's feeling all the things and it's fast and all that. I'm going to move forward real quick with them. Child, they done got up, brushed their teeth, getting ready to go to bed. She throwing out her best game. Talking about these honey packets and da-da-da-da-da, ready to put me out. Girl, he turned and said, can you do me a favor and turn that light out and turn his back. He turned his back on his newlywed wife. When all he been talking about is, ooh, let's see what tonight gonna bring. He said, let's get into these Z's. She said, let's get into these sheets. There's a difference. Now, Camille done fooled around here and made me mad because, see, she and Thomas have had a conversation. And he is sitting here talking to the camera because she's made him feel like he's not so in tune with his black side. Because she says she used to a little R&B in her relationships. And he's like, he's heard that before. He never paid it attention. But he's paying attention to it because his wife has brought it to his attention. Girl, if what you used to have had worked out, you would have been with what you used to have had. Now you have something new. Slow down and figure it out. It's not going to get... I think Thomas is great. So one has called Karla passive aggressive because she's throwing little sly remarks about David, right? He was like, if there's something that you need to say, just say it to me. Don't do that. I agree with him on that. And then they get to talking about moving in together in the apartment and the particulars. So I'm ready for that. They do it right. Thomas and Camille do it right. He thought about it. She mentioned it. He talked about his shortcomings, what he needs to do to step up. And she said, I love that. The blueprint. So this was the last lunch and they had a really good conversation before they get back to real life because some of the things that had come up is like, what is it that you think you need more or less of? How is it going to look living together? Because some people have never lived with a man or a woman. Like, what are we trying to work on? What's going to happen when I do my work stuff? Like, I'm fun now, but I'm a boss when I get it done. So I can't wait to see that. Baby, they done got beat. I thought tonight was going to be the night, but they didn't want to rush it. She wants to continue to build on what they have, so you got to respect it. And he is along for the ride. Let me sit my hot behind down. Now, Michelle has just burst his bubble, and David has just found out that she doesn't plan on sharing a bed with him when they get back to Chicago. He's like, can I ask why? She said, I'm not there yet. This is his blonde beauty, honey. She's not ready. She's concerned about Alan going to the gym and looking good for her and what he wears, instead of I have someone who treats me right. Baby, Madison has left her new husband at home and went to happy hour by herself. Bye, y'all.